Well, it's time to throw some hadokens, bust out the lightning kicks, whip out some pile drivers, and other cool Street Fighting moves as I take a look at Street Fighter Alpha 2 for the Super Nintendo today on Power Up. Hello there, welcome to another edition of Power Up. In today's episode, I've decided to do another Capcom fighting game. But it's not Street Fighter 2, nor is it Super Street Fighter 2. And this is for the Super Nintendo, by the way, so it's not any of those. But, and I've already done Street Fighter 2 Turbo in a way earlier episode. But this episode, I just recently acquired the last Street Fighter 2, Street Fighter game for the Super Nintendo. And that game is Street Fighter Alpha 2 for the Super Nintendo. And I really enjoy it. And it was funny, but also it was released late in the Super Nintendo's life. But it was pretty cool. At least I think so anyway. And that's what I'm going to review for this episode. So, let's bust out the Hadoukens, Shoryukens, the spinning pile drivers, and the lightning leg kicks, and let's battle, shall we? Street Fighter Alpha 2 was released in 1996 for the Super Nintendo. It was also released on the Sony PlayStation as well as the Sega Saturn as well. But what's interesting about the SNES version is that it used a special chip known as the SDD1 chip, and it was used for on-the-fly graphic decompression. But despite that chip, there are a little bit of loading times. Amazingly, yeah, I know, loading times in a Super Nintendo game, that's insane. But even though it wasn't too detracting from the experience, and I still had a lot of fun playing this game, even with that. Control-wise, it was pretty playable. Although when I was doing these super combos, which happen as you attack or block, there's a meter at the bottom left or bottom right, depending if you play 1 or player 2, that fills up as you fight. And as soon as you get like a level 1 meter filled, you can then unleash a super combo. And usually, for the case of Ryu, it's usually you do the move motion twice, followed by a button, a punch or kick button, depending on what the move needs. And for the moves that use charge moves, well, actually, first of all, I've been playing as Ryu for most of this review, and to do his special move, which is basically a really enhanced fireball, I think called the Shakinitsu. I know I'm pronouncing this wrong. I know I'm butchering this. Maybe I think it was the Shakunitsu Hadouken. And I could be wrong. Don't quote me on that. I hope I'm pronouncing that right, if that is the right name for it. And that is done by doing a double quarter circle motion and punch. And I found it really at times, even though I was able to do the regular quarter circle motion and punch for his regular fireball, but I found it very difficult to do it doubly, the double motion for some unknown reason. Of course, the controller I was using was older, but it never had problems with me before. So maybe it was just me. So don't take my word for it. It could be. It just depends on the right controller as well. Anyway, as a Street Fighter fan, I do find some enjoyment with this game, even though it's not the best version of Street Fighter Alpha 2. I still found it very enjoyable, and it is more of a curiosity more than anything. And for some people, the load times might turn some people off. But if you do have a Super Nintendo, and actually if you're looking for this game, Actually, I thought that this game would be a lot more expensive for a loose copy. Actually, I found this on Amazon for about $25, and that was with Prime 2-day shipping. You can probably find it less or more depending if you want a box or not. But I just wanted, as space in my room is at a premium, I thought I'd just get the loose copy. And also to note, this game is also available on through the PlayStation 2's Street Fighter Alpha Anthology, and it's also available for all you if you want the Super Nintendo version of this game. You can also buy it through the Wii Virtual Console, and I think it was on the Wii U in Europe as well. And I think it might be on the Wii U Virtual Console, but I'm not too sure. I haven't looked recently. But anyway, as a Street Fighter fan, I enjoyed it. And if you don't, and if you can find it and you want this interesting game, interesting Street Fighter game in your collection, please get it. To me, you can't go wrong. But of course, if you have the Sega Saturn version or the PlayStation version, that's cool too. But anyway, out of my recommendation scale, I give it just plain recommended. But it's not too recommended. Because if you like Street Fighter, get it. Actually, if you like Street Fighter and you need a Super Nintendo and you want to complete your Street Fighter Super Nintendo collection like me, by all means, give it a shot. But anyway, that's not highly recommended, but recommended if you like Street Fighter on the Super Nintendo. And as usual, as I always say, if you live in or around Southern Minnesota or the Twin Cities metro area to begin with, please visit my good friends at Level Up Games. Their address and stuff is below or wherever, and I think I have a picture of them maybe floating around my head somewhere, either there or there, wherever. When you see them, please give them a look. And they also carry Magic cards, Pokemon cards, as well as board games, comic books, and they also host tournaments as well for their card game stuff. So please give them a look if you haven't done so already. And also, if you're seeing this on YouTube, PG Cool. And if you haven't subscribed yet and you like this awesome thing, this awesome review, or any of my other reviews, please do so. And please leave me some kind of comment below, and hopefully good, but it is what it is. If you think, oh, this is stupid, Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo is better, so it's all good. But anyway, thank you for that. Thank you for watching. And also, I'm saying that a little early, and also, I am also on Twitter, and I am also on Facebook, and that stuff is below as well. And as usual, thank you so much for watching, and stay tuned for another episode of Power Up.